Hey, what's up, fish family? This is Carlos with Twins Reef, and today I'm bringing you guys an update on my Red Sea tank. But before we start, I just want to give a quick shout out to all of you guys. I want to thank you guys for actually following me here at YouTube. For those that have been following me since the beginning of my fish tube journey, thank you guys again. Thank you guys for the new subscribers. Quick shout out as well to my buddy Benny Fernandez from Benny's Aquariums and to Calypso. I hope all of you guys are doing great. So let's start with the update. Not a lot has actually changed in this aquarium. Just the new additions. If you guys could actually see them before I actually talk about them, good job. Honestly, this tank looks way different. I'm liking how it looks. I just love this hobby. Do you guys? I appreciate this hobby. I like it. And lately, guys, to be honest, I haven't really been active on social media, either YouTube or Instagram, or even being active here at home with my tank. And I actually think that it's actually something that is good. I haven't really messed with the aquarium and just let the corals be, and everything is doing wonderful. One thing I actually did change was actually instead of doing bi-weekly water changes, I am now doing weekly water changes, thanks to Benny again, for actually bringing this up, saying that him, Calypso, and Straight Reefer were actually doing weekly water changes. And to be honest, it has been doing wonders for me. I see the corals more healthier, more happier. And guess what? I haven't seen any cyanobacteria since. Styotoms here and there. I did add a new fish, which we'll talk about later. So yes, let's start with the torch garden. For those that didn't know, Euphilia are actually one of my favorite corals. Torches being one of them, and hammers the other ones. Octospawns and frog spawns, I like them. But you know what? I like more torches and hammers. And no, that is not a blue torch. That is actually was a green tentacle yellow tip torch, which started bleaching. It's been like that for 2 weeks. I actually brought it down and put it a little bit more in the shade. If you guys have any recommendations on how I could bring this guy back, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will appreciate it. So let's start with this torch here. This actually, it was a new addition. I actually put this one in this tank about 3 weeks ago, 4, I'm not so sure, but it is the cheapest coral. Not that it's cheap, but like I paid less than from all of them, and it's actually one of my favorite torches. I actually love how it looks. I love how the current makes the tentacles go. It's just so beautiful. It actually did change colors, and you know what? I like how it ended up being. It just has green tips, and it's like a brownish, purplish tentacles. I like it. Beautiful torch. It's happy there, so leave it alone. Now down here below we have another one. This is actually a yellow tip one, and it's doing wonderful, beautiful. Man, I'm in love with my torches. If I knew how to edit smiley faces, happy faces, I would have done it in this video. Down here we have another torch. This one's more like a greenish turquoise color, but it's another beautiful torch. And there goes my yellow tank for photobombing the videos. Probably hungry. This was actually a two-headed torch, but unfortunately I had some cyanobacterial problems, and that cyanobacteria actually got to the head of the torch and gave it an infection, and it started stripping and died. But luckily one head survived and is doing wonderful. Now back there, that's the torch I told you guys, which started bleaching, and I really need you guys' recommendations on what I could do to bring this guy back. And now to the new additions. Doom doom, doom doom, doom doom. Here we have a fireworks torch. That's what I bought it as. Many will say this is a green Indo torch with bluish tips. Regardless, it's a beautiful torch. That green is like so green, guys. It's like the most green torch I have. I thought that one was green, and the one before that was green too, but this just like, I don't know. It's crazy how corals have so much color being in the ocean when there's not a lot of light. How these corals just have incredible colors, and same thing with saltwater fish. It's just crazy, and amazes me how beautiful God's creation can be. And here we have I think I bought it as a Green Reaper or a Dragon Breath. I do not know, but it's a beautiful torch. It's not like that one. It kind of looks like it, but it's not. This one's a little bit more different. I like it too. To be honest, guys, people just put names on torches. To me, they should just say Indo Torch or Australian Torch or wherever they may be from. But hey, they just give it this weird, fancy, hyped up names, and they ended up costing a lot. But regardless, guys, I love my torch garden. Sorry if I'm showing off. I just like my torch garden. And hey, for those that are new to saltwater or thinking of starting saltwater, go ahead. I remember when I first started saltwater, I didn't have the best tank. It was hard for me to keep corals alive and things like that. But hey, I learned from experience and had to do some research. And to be honest, I would have never thought of having corals. How beautiful corals are. What an amazing reef. I thank all my friends, my reef friends that helped me throughout this journey. And for every person that works at the local pet stores that actually gave me their advice, because everything has been doing so wonderful, and I am still thankful of being in this hobby. It's just so amazing. I could just stare at this scene for hours. Not for hours, probably minutes. Hours is just too much. Here we have my hammer Octospawn garden, and if you guys can spot the new edition, it's right there. But let's start right here with the splatter hammer. It's doing wonderful. So it's the other hammer back there. So it's the hologram hammer and the orange Octospawn. To be honest, guys, when I first got this guy, I was scared. I was thinking it was gonna die within a couple of days. Why? Because this is the second Octospawn that I have. The first one I got, I had bad experience with it. It started stripping within a month, and the first day I got it was never happy. So probably I got it from actually a frag swap. So probably the guy that brought it knew it was in a bad condition, and whatever. But yeah, I was so scared when I got it because it cost me a pretty penny, and I was like, if it dies, I'm gonna be so upset at myself. But hey, look how it's doing it. So fluffy and beautiful. What an amazing, wonderful Octospawn. And then right here we have a bicolor hammer, which I have to fix because I'm not sure if it likes it there. And then to the new edition, guys, I have a gold/orange hammer. To be honest, guys, I do not know the proper name of it. I got it in a live sale that said gold, but then on the invoice it says orange. But regardless, I don't care. It does look kind of like goldish color. Beautiful branching hammer, and I can't wait for this garden to actually grow. And yeah, guys, so that's it with the new additions. I'm just loving my euphyllias. I remember when I was talking to Benny before I had a 30 long integrated marine tank. And I told him, you know what, I'm going to do a new tank. I'm going to do a new setup. He's like, hey, focus on your favorite corals when you do the next setup. So I was like, okay, what are my favorite corals? Euphilia. Also softies like mushrooms, which I have there. And psoas, which I have there. And the other psoas that I had here before actually in my frag tank, because I was actually had an issue with the cyanobacteria, which I actually did chemi-clean. I had to go to that route since I noticed it killed two of my corals, and made that torch right there straight from one head. So I was like, hey, I'll try chemi-clean, and it worked perfectly fine with me. And I think this water change every week is helping my tank a lot as well. Now with the corals on top, I have two digitatas. I have the Dragon Soul Favia, and again, thank you, Calypso, for letting me know the name of this Favia. It's a beautiful coral. To be honest, I didn't even know it was a Favia. I was guessing it was, but Calypso confirmed it was a Favia Dragon Soul. Beautiful again. And then this green chalice I have was given to me by my brother Roberto. Thank you, Roberto. Little do you know that it's one of my favorite corals. I love the color of it, that green. Why? To be honest, guys, green is my favorite color. For those that didn't know, I adopted green as my favorite color since middle school, and it's been my favorite color since. That's probably one reason I like planet tanks. Should I set up a planet tank? We'll see. And that is a trumpet coral, which is doing wonderful. And here's the pink eye Miami chalice, which is doing great. Now if we move down here, we have the spicy lemon Fabia, which is recovering. I remember it lost its color. I had it in my 6-gallon integrated marine frag tank with a budget light, which actually affected the coral and it made it lose all its color. And there we have my tang that's always in the way of me making videos. And then down here we have a super freak mushroom, and we have my wild Deadpool that it does have some gold in it, but the sand is where the gold is at, and the glass is dirty. And then here we have a kryptonite mushroom and the hairy mushrooms. And then again we have my beautiful yellow tang. Man, I love this tang. Why? For those that are new, I actually thought this tang was gonna die on me. It was just floating, then it just couldn't swim, and I did everything I could, even blew at its mouth, and I don't know. I luckily I was able to recover it, and now it's doing wonderful. It's healthy, and it's always on front of the glass. And then we have my so-called mocha storms down there, which they are now black storms. They looked more beautiful when they were the mocha color, but hey, I remember when these fish came out, I first wanted the black storms, but they're fine. And then right here we still have my purple orchid dotty back, and we have my mandarin, which should be somewhere in the tank looking for food, which I see it there. This was actually my wife's tank, and she's like, hey, you want your mandarin back? I was like, of course, I never gave it to you. And then that's pretty much it. I did buy supposedly a fish that was gonna help me store it up the sand bed. Was the yellow watchman goby, my second watchman. But first one, it jumped out, found it on the green underneath the tank on the floor. It died, jumped out. Then this one that I just bought a couple of days ago, it was just in that corner up there. So I decided to put the lid because I didn't want it to jump, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't get out this lid. This is a pretty solid lid down up here. So I'm thinking it probably went on that overflow there. So tomorrow I'm doing the water change on this tank, so hopefully I can find it in the back chamber. But if it's not there, I hope it's somewhere underneath the rocks and it's not coming out. So yeah, guys, this is a short video on this tank. I thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for the new subscribers. I may not be the perfect reefer, or I may not know it all, but one thing I love and why I make videos, guys, is just I like sharing my tank. I like sharing my experience, and I like this hobby because it lets you actually connect with people and express yourselves. Anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. So hence Reef is out. Peace.